Welcome back, construction crew, in OSHA 30 Study Guide, the ultimate source for exam preparation. Imagine you're on a construction site. A sudden spark ignites a pile of wood shavings. What do you do? How do you extinguish the fire safely and effectively?
That's a scary scenario, isn't it? In this video, we will discuss Module 8, Fire Protection in Construction.
Here's the recap of Module 7.
But how do I know what to wear and how to ensure that it's used correctly?
Maintain the equipment. Ensure PPE is in good condition through regular inspections and cleaning. Ventilation. Removing contaminants from the air with proper venting in hazardous areas can improve safety. Alright, let's ensure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell so you never miss a safety lesson. In this module, we'll learn about different types of fires, the tools used to extinguish them, and the safety measures you need to know to prevent fires from happening in the first place. Let's start with Chapter 1, Understanding the Different Types of Fires. You might think all fires are the same, but they're not. Different fires need different extinguishers. There are 4 main classes of fires: Class A for ordinary combustibles, B for flammable liquids, C for electrical fires, and D for combustible metals. Knowing which class of fire you're dealing with is essential. Using the wrong extinguisher can be like trying to put out a grease fire with water. It's not only ineffective, but can actually make the situation worse. So, what are the different types of extinguishers? Class A, water-based extinguishers. These are ideal for ordinary combustibles like wood, paper, and cloth. They work by cooling the fire and smothering it. Class B, carbon dioxide extinguishers. These are used for flammable liquids like gasoline and oil. They work by displacing oxygen, which is essential for combustion. CO2 extinguishers are often preferred for Class B fires because they don't leave a residue, making them ideal for sensitive equipment. Class C, dry chemical extinguishers. These are designed for electrical fires. They work by creating a barrier between the fire and the electrical source. Dry chemical extinguishers are typically filled with sodium bicarbonate or potassium bicarbonate. Class D, metal or sand extinguishers. These are used for combustible metals like magnesium, sodium, and potassium. They work by cooling the metal and preventing it from reacting with oxygen. You know how to use fire extinguisher. Remember the pass method. Pull the pin, aim at the base of the fire, squeeze the handle, sweep from side to side. Your safety comes first. If the fire is out of control or you're in danger, evacuate immediately. But if it's small and contained, and there's a clear escape route, you may be able to fight it. However, if you're unsure whether to fight or flee, evacuate. It's always better to be safe than sorry. Now here are some study questions. Great, let's move to Chapter 2, Alarms and Evacuation.
Imagine you're working on a construction site. You're focused on your task when suddenly what do you do? Panic or freeze?
Don't panic or freeze, because the first step in fire safety is to be prepared, and that means understanding the role of fire alarms. These silent guardians are your early warning system, alerting you to a potential danger before it's too late. There are 2 main types of smoke detectors. First, ionization detectors. These are sensitive to fast-burning fires that produce a lot of smoke. They're ideal for areas with a high risk of rapid onset fires, like kitchens and workshops. Second, photoelectric detectors. These are sensitive to smoldering fires that produce a lot of smoke. They're ideal for areas where fires might start slowly, like bedrooms and living rooms. It's important to have both types of detectors installed in your workplace, as they each have their own strengths and weaknesses. Another important safety feature is fire sprinklers. These automatic systems can help contain a fire before it spreads. They're designed to activate when the temperature reaches a certain point, releasing water to douse the flames. While fire sprinklers are a valuable tool, they're not a substitute for a solid evacuation plan. In the event of a fire, it's essential to know how to exit the building safely. Your employer is responsible for creating and implementing an evacuation plan. This plan should include clear escape routes, assembly points, and procedures for contacting emergency services. Make sure you're familiar with the plan and practice it regularly. Remember, fire safety is a team effort. Everyone in the workplace has a role to play in preventing and responding to fires. Now, answer these questions. Good work. Let's start Chapter 3, First Aid for Fire-Related Injuries. Did you know that according to the National Traumatic Occupational Fatalities Surveillance System, 50 to 80% of fire-related deaths are caused by smoke inhalation? That's a staggering statistic. Smoke contains a toxic mix of gases that can damage your lungs and airways. Symptoms of smoke inhalation include coughing, wheezing, shortness of breath, and chest pain. If you've been exposed to smoke, it's important to seek medical attention immediately. Even if you don't feel symptoms right away, they can develop later. Here are some tips for preventing smoke inhalation. Evacuate the area as quickly as possible. Don't wait for the fire department to arrive. Cover your mouth and nose with a damp cloth. This can help filter out harmful gases. Stay low to the ground. Smoke tends to rise, so staying low can help you avoid inhaling it. Now, burns are another common injury caused by fires. They can range from minor to severe. If you've suffered a burn, here's what you should do. Cool the burn with cold water. This can help reduce pain and swelling. Cover the burn with a clean, dry bandage. Don't use butter or other greasy substances. Seek medical attention if the burn is severe or covers a large area of your body. Electrical burns can be particularly dangerous because they can cause internal damage, even if there are no visible signs. If you've been electrocuted, it's important to seek medical attention immediately. Remember, when it comes to fire safety, prevention is key. By following safety procedures and being prepared, you can help reduce your risk of injuries and fatalities. Let's test your understandings. Good. Now move to final chapter, Guide to Fire Prevention and Response. Now, it's important to understand the prevention and response of fires from happening in the first place. Here are some essential fire prevention practices. Maintain proper equipment. Ensure that all electrical equipment and wiring are up to code. Seal pipe joints to prevent leaks of flammable gases or liquids. Store materials safely. Temporary buildings should have clear exits and no flammable materials stored inside. Combustibles should be stored under stable conditions, away from heat sources and ignition points. Remember, the flash point of many materials ranges from 140 degrees Fahrenheit to 200 degrees Fahrenheit. No smoking. Smoking is a major cause of fires, so it's strictly prohibited in most workplaces. Keep a safe distance. Combustibles should be kept at least 10 feet away from structures, and driveways between storage areas should be at least 15 feet wide. Regular inspections. Conduct regular inspections of your workplace to identify and address potential fire hazards. If you're working in a warehouse or other indoor storage facility, here are some additional safety tips. First, maintain safe distances. Then, proper stacking. More, safe heating and lighting. Furthermore, clear pathways. Now, emergency planning. A comprehensive emergency plan is essential for every workplace. This plan should outline escape routes, prevention methods, and evacuation procedures. It should also include regular inspections and a plan to inform fire and rescue personnel. Then, a water supply. A reliable water supply is crucial for firefighting. Ensure that there is a temporary or permanent water supply capable of providing sufficient volume, duration, and pressure to firefighting equipment. Underground equipment should be regularly tested. When using small hose lines, follow these guidelines. By following these fire prevention and response guidelines, you can help create a safer workplace and reduce the risk of fire-related injuries and property damage. Let's test your knowledge. That is it for Module 8. In conclusion, fire safety is a critical aspect of workplace safety. By understanding the different types of fires, extinguishers, and evacuation procedures, you can help prevent fires and respond effectively in case of an emergency. Click on the link in the description to take our quiz and see how well you understand the concepts covered in this module. Do you have any questions? Leave them in the comments below and we'll be happy to help. Stay tuned for the next module, where we'll tackle a whole new set of safety challenges. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to OSHA Outreach Courses.